Call Halalayan Allah, Abanawo Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua Bahashim, Rakah Quadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you Akim and you Akwath, also you children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that's scattered around the four corners of the globe. It's your brother Kalakar of GMF's Northwest coming back at you with another video. And it's simple, man. Flee Babylon. As a recent, this place is the Lord is lifting the skirt up on this place, and it's revealing this place, Babylon the Great, for what it is, and it's going to be destroyed. So, you different Jakes out there, the elect, the hopeful elect, you have to get this place out of your mind. You have to flee this place, because it will leave you, with a sword of destruction. Let's get that first anyway. It's Micah 2 and verse 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it's polluted, and it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction." I'm reading it in NLT. It says, "Up, be gone. This is no longer your land and home, and you have filled it with sin and ruined it completely." And here in Babylon the Great, America, United States of America, which is the greatest country, the greatest kingdom, Esau's greatest kingdom to ever to be brought up, because all of these kingdoms are into one. All of these past kingdoms are jarred into one big kingdom, this everlasting kingdom. Salakia. This wicked. This wicked kingdom that's put it all into one, Babylon the Great. It will leave you with a sword of destruction. You're trying to build a life here. You're trying to make it here. You're trying to be of the world here. And you're an Israelite and you're under the curses. It's not going to work for me. You're gonna find yourself in many sorrows. The scriptures say not to be in many matters, paraphrasing. You shouldn't be in many matters here. You shouldn't have many, we have our jobs. We have, our family of the world. And we have this truth. That's what you really should, be focusing on, is this truth, the kingdom of heaven. And not this place, Babylon the Great. This place is not going to heal itself. We would have healed Babylon, but it can't be healed. It must be taken out. It must be destroyed. Let's go to Jeremiah 50. Let's start at verse 7. All right, let me start at verse 8. It says, "Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans." Babylon, ancient city Babylon, which was in Iraq, was one of the, the greatest, if you go back to the statue of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, the head of gold, as a matter of fact, that's in Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Let's see if we can pull that up real quick. Bear with me. Let's start at 31. Daniel 2 and 31. It says, "Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This image, whose brightness was as excellent, stood before thee, and the form there was terrible. This image head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly, his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, and his feet of clay, and a part of clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon the feet, and whereof iron and clay and break into pieces. The point was, I read was right here. It says the image head was of fine gold. You know, that fine gold. Gold is one of the top precious metals. And that's talking about Babylon the Great. Salakia. Nevertheless, this place, like I said, this place is all put into one. There was something else I was looking for. Salakia. Let's go back to Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 8. Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans. Chaldeans are the elite, the 1%ers. And be as Salakia, and be as he goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken, that arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. You know, so look, you trusting in this place. You setting up treasures in this place when we should be setting up treasures in heaven. You know, this place, Babylon, America, with all its policies, its wickedness, its fornication, its laws, its moral compass. You know, this is the valley, the valley of the shadow of death. And why is it called a valley? Because a valley is low. And America's morals are very low. You know, with the wickedness they allow that goes on in Babylon the Great, adultery, fornication, idolatry, you know, various policies and you know, the alphabet community, things of that nature, that they have pushed this on the whole entire globe, this agenda. You know, and they want everybody to, you know, go in that direction. But all of these countries are looking back and saying, look, we're not doing that anymore. You cause us great harm and distress. You know, these nations, and not only that, you look, the least of the flock should draw them out. Who's the least of the flock? That's Amalek, the Amalekites. You know, they've been drawn out to go, you know, to fight. You know, you got Iran, you know, China, Russia. Not only that, you know, the least of the flock should run it. Who's helping them? It's America. Who's helping the least of the flock? America. You know, that's why this place, you know, you got to flee. You got to get this place out of your mind. You can't think about this place bouncing back. You know, this place is not going to bounce back. You know, the Lord is working, you know, doing work on this place. It's too through. It says, and Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoiled her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat, the heifer at grass, and below as bulls. You know, they took our heritage. They told us we was this. They gave us, you know, bywords and proverbs. You know, of course, because we're under the curses, but nevertheless, Esau overdid it. He overdid it. You know. Let's get Zechariah 2, and let me start at 6. Zechariah 2 and verse 6. It says, Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Ho, ho, flee. Flee from the land of the north. And what's the land of the north? That's North America, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Because when the Lord comes back, when he comes to get his elect, he's going to the four winds of the earth. You know, Matthew says that. Matthew 24 and 30. I'm going to start at 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other. So they should the elect is going to get gathered from the four winds of the earth. I'm going to read that again in Zechariah 2. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds, saith the Lord. He's talking to the elect. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. Deliver thyself, O Zion. And we know the Lord is going to do the delivering. But deliver yourself. Get this place out of your mind. Like, dispose of this place. You're not finna leave and go back to Africa. You're not finna leave and go get on ships and go back to Israel. No, the Lord is the one is going to be delivering us. As a matter of fact, like when the chariots come, what's that, Isaiah, I think it's 26 and 20. When the chariots come, what does it say? It says, 26 and 20, come my people, Isaiah 26 and 20, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. And what that indignation is, that those nuclear missiles, you know, come out of her, my people. You know, it says shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself for a little moment. So when the destruction, that sea of glass, you're looking down and watching the destruction on Babylon the Great, as the elect will be beamed up in chariots, and then for a little while, and then brought back down, you know, on the earth, to go to these various places, getting these slaves, getting bounding them in chains and whatnot. It says, verse 21, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. You know, you're not going to be covered. Zechariah 2 and verse 8. I'm going to start at 7 again. It says, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest in the daughter of Babylon. Because we're in captivity right now, man. Just like our ancient forefathers and they was in captivity crying out. What do you think we're doing? We're crying out too. Wanted to get safe to this place. It says, verse 8, it says, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me into the nations which spoiled you, for he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. And who's the apple of his eye? It's the elect. On this side, it's the Israelites, but the elect more importantly. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. You know, you should know that the Lord of hosts has sent the Lord, or Salakia. the Lord of the Lord of hosts, the armies, the Lord sent those armies, those angels down. You know, because we've been a spoil. I'm gonna read that in NLT. It says, "I will raise my fist to crush them, and their own slaves will plunder them. Then you will know that the Lord of heaven armies has sent me." You know, so like I've been saying, man, you got to come out of this place. We must get out of this place if it's the last thing we ever do. This is Revelation 18 and verse 4. It says, "I've heard it, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, 'Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.'" Because her plagues are going out right now. You got pestilence, you got sickness, you got pestilence, you got war, you got evil, you got famine, you got various little things that the Lord is plaguing this place with, plaguing Egypt. You know, it says, "For her sins have reached into heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double her into her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and no widow, and shall see no sorrow." She sit as a queen and a widow. You know, she ain't worried about nothing. You know, she ain't worried about death. She not worried about being taken out. She's a queen, fucking prostitute. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judges her." One day, 1 hour. All these plagues, all this death, all this smoke, this burning. You know, even the scriptures say, what's that? Burning with fuel. That day is be burning with fuel. Isaiah 9 and 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be burning with fuel and fire." And what's going to be burning with fuel and fire? Is Babylon the Great. It's going to be burning with fuel and fire. You know? Let's get Nahum 3. Nahum 3, woe, 3 and 1, "Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not." You know, woe to the bloody city. This Nineveh. You know, in the town of Nineveh, the Lord sent Jonah to preach to Nineveh and tell them to turn. Look, the Lord's going to destroy this thing in 40 days. So what do? They turned it around. They fast, they mourned, they prayed to the Heavenly Father, and the Heavenly Father spared them. Jonah got mad. Jonah said, whoa, what's going on, man? You said you was going to destroy these food. Now I look like a fool. Just kill me right now. So the Lord made Jonah he grew a tree behind him, drew a plant, and it was a beautiful plant. Jonah liked the plant, and then the next day the plant was eaten and ruined, and Jonah was mad. And again, the Lord said, "Look, man, I can bring up something, and then it can go away just like that. Why can't you act like this place?" You know, Nineveh still was destroyed. You know, Nineveh still was destroyed. And that's what the Lord did. He destroyed that place, man. So don't even front. Babylon, even though you see Babylon still, up to date, it look like it's still prospering a little bit, but slowly but surely the Lord is working this place to be taken out. Salakia. Let me jot down 4. Nineveh, or Salakia, Nahum 3 and verse 4. It says, "Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, and the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord. And that's what America has done. Witchcraft, harlot, mistress, the selling of the nations, the whoredoms. This place is beyond done. Like I said in Revelation, the sins has reached to heaven. And the Lord has remembered this place, remembering this place. It says, Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I've made Esau bare. I uncovered his hiding spaces. He can't hide himself, paraphrasing. It says, Discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make the vow, and will set as a glazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? And Nineveh is an ancient city in that was a Syrian empire. So that place was wicked, through and through. Just like this place, man. Nineveh, man. Yeah, big, swole, alphabet community niggas out there, man. Just doing all types of hitting dogs and animals and people and children and just all types of wicked, dressing up as, drags and all of that, man. You had all of that back then in Assyria, Let's get, we almost finished. We're almost out of this. Let's get Ezekiel 22. I'm going to start at the top. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Now, thou son of man, wilt thou judge the bloody city? Yeah, thou shew her all her abominations. And this is talking about Israel now, but we can apply it to Esau's kingdom, this bloody city. Then shall thus say the Lord power, the city sheddeth blood in the midst thereof, and it that her time may come, and maketh idols against herself to defile herself. Thou art become guilty in thy blood, and thou hast shed and hast defiled thyself in thy idols which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near, and art come even unto thy years. Therefore have I made thee a reproach unto the heathen, and a mocking to all the countries. And right now, America has been becoming a reproach. Even though America is a heathen, it's becoming a reproach to the other heathen, and a mocking to the other countries. They mocking this place. They doing whatever they want. They're saying America won't bully anybody anymore. They're ready to shoot nukes at this place, and they can't wait, man. The Lord is working on their minds. The Lord is in their minds, and once the Lord, send that decree, that order, the order will be executed. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can hold. You can't hold it back. You can't hold it back. It says, those that are be near and those that are be far from thee shall mock thee, which are infamous and much vexed. Let the weak say, I am strong. They're going to come up against this place, man. This place, like I said, this place will leave you sore. It'll leave you mad, especially if you're part of the elect, man. And if you're trying to come up in this shit, you're going to run into all types of madness each and every day, man. It's not a day that Babylon the Great is not plaguing your fucking mind. In and out the truth, man. Because Jake getting it too in the world. He tired too. All right, we'll finish on this. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 1. We'll start at the top. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the number. Lift up a banner into the high mountain. And what is this high mountain? This is America. Mountain in the Bible is referred to as kingdoms, as governments. Lift up this high mountain. Lift up a banner against this high mountain. What's this banner? It's this truth. It's this understanding. It's this knowledge and this wisdom. Exalt our voice unto them. We exalt our voice when we out there on the highways and byways. Shake the hand that may go into the gates of the noble. This truth has reached the gates of the noble. They know about it. I've commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, and we manifest in this truth. Even them that rejoice in my highness, the noise of the multitude in the mountains like of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as the destruction of the Almighty. Therefore shall all the hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they that shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be turned into flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof of it. For the stars in the heavens and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquities. I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man that is the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and earth shall be removed out of her place, the wrath of the Lord of hosts, in the day of his fierce anger. And shit, you know, if you can receive that, you can receive that. And that's talking about this place, Babylon. It's going to be destroyed. So, you know, get this place out of your mind. You got to flee. You got to flee from the midst of Babylon. If you want salvation, you know, if you're part of the elect of the nation of Israel, you got to be part of the elect. At the end of the day, you got to be an Israelite. You got to be part of the elect if you're going to be saved out of Babylon the Great. No ifs, ands, or buts. No way around it. Nothing you can do about it. So, with that said, I hope you was edified. I hope you got something out of this. Remember, flee Babylon. Get this place out of your mind. Shalom. Hope to see you on the next video. Abaratazah.